I never thought a simple train ride could turn into a nightmare. As we sped through the night, the rhythmic clatter of wheels on tracks lulled me into a false sense of security. But then, something peculiar caught my eye. Each time I glanced at the window, I saw the reflection of the passengers around me, faces illuminated by the dim glow of the cabin. Yet, when I turned to speak to them, their seats were empty. It was as if they had dissolved, leaving only their spectral reflections behind. The air grew cold, and an eerie silence settled in, broken only by the relentless chugging of the train. I tried to rationalize what I was seeing, convincing myself it was a trick of the light or a product of exhaustion. But as the minutes ticked by, I realized I was utterly alone. Panic clawed at my throat, and my heart pounded in my chest. I reached for my phone, hoping to contact someone, anyone, but there was no signal. The train seemed to be speeding faster now, the world outside a blur of dark countryside. I began to wonder if I was dreaming or trapped in some twisted reality where I was the last person left on Earth. Desperation led me to explore the train, moving from car to car in search of any sign of life. Each carriage was more deserted than the last, and the reflections continued to mock me, showing people who were no longer there. It was then that I noticed something strange about the reflections themselves. They weren't just idle images, they moved, gestured, and even seemed to whisper amongst themselves. I strained to hear, pressing my ear against the cold glass, and caught snippets of conversation about a destination, a place none of us had intended to go. The train screeched to a halt, jolting me from my trance, and I stumbled to the window. Outside, there was nothing but darkness, a void that swallowed all light. The reflections turned towards me, their eyes hollow and knowing. It was then I understood, I was never meant to leave this train. As I backed away, the reflections dimmed, leaving me with only my own terrified visage staring back from the glass. As the train began to move once more, I realized that I, too, was now just a reflection, bound to haunt this endless journey through the night.